But then we got to segue into this other piece, because not only did he do that, but now he's trying to put an executive order on social media. What the hell is this all about, Tommy Boy? Speak on it.
Yeah, Trump is preparing an executive order that he's supposed to sign. They're saying he's going to sign today that'll curb liability protections for social media companies.
What?
A lot of people are saying this is in response to Twitter fact-checking him about what he says are the dangers of mail-in voting. But yeah, he's threatening social media. The anti-regulation president is now looking to regulate social media. Because
go ahead. Because what?
Because they're trying to fact check him, and because he says that they're biased against conservatives. He says that they're stifling conservative opinions.
Okay.
This goes back. He claimed a while back that Twitter was deleting his followers. Twitter said, we were able to identify these accounts as bots.
How does he know? Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but how does he know? He's got millions and he's got 45-something million followers. I mean, he's got millions of followers on Twitter. How does he know if he loses like 100 followers? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, it was more than that.
Because
these Twitter bot farms, these Russian bots and whoever is running them. I mean, we're talking thousands of those things. So. He lost a lot of followers when they cleared out some of the bots, and he got angry and said, they're trying to stifle free speech, that kind of thing. So now he's making it so he's going to try and make it so it'll curb some of the liability protections that they have for what gets posted on the site.
Okay, so when it comes to him trying to put out an executive order, the question is that even constitutionally, isn't that going against the Constitution? Does he have the power to do so? Because it's Twitter, it's press,
they're private companies.
He should not have any, even so, he's saying social media. So how does he have control over something that he should not have control over in the first place? How can he get away with passing an executive order on Twitter, of all things? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, and this, obviously, if he signs whatever this is today, I'm sure it will go to court. It'll be challenged in court, and it'll probably go through the election and provide him with some red meat throughout the entire election process, where he can once again play the victim and say, I'm being discriminated against by these Silicon Valley, California companies that are trying to stifle conservative opinions. He'll be able to throw red meat to his base all the way through, because it'll get hung up in the courts. It
better be.
Yeah, but it'll just serve as one more distraction that he can show his base, because the world's not doing too well right now.
No, it is not. And that's the thing. Like, we don't need him telling us what we can and cannot put on our social medias, period. Just because they want to
telling us what we're going to put on there. I mean, he's saying that the social media companies can't stop him from posting what he wants to post.
Basically. So that's basically what he's saying.
Yeah. He's saying, no, you're not going to have liability for what people post on your site.
But that doesn't make any sense.
Go ahead and put a fact check on my stuff.
But that's
he's saying let me propagandize things and not be shut down.
And that's BS. And that's absolute BS. You are the president, who shouldn't even have Twitter in the first place. Shouldn't even have access to this stuff in the first place. The fact that you're able to do this right now, the fact that you have access to those things is an interesting thing. Like, they just gave you caviar, when you're not even supposed to be at the table getting caviar in the first place. You just got very, very lucky being able to have that in your hands to do whatever you want. And obviously that's what I mean. Like, he thrives and he lives off of that Twitter, that's for the fact that he is able to do what he is able to do is ridiculous. And yes, they should be able to fact check the president himself if he's saying something that is not true. He's the main person. He's the main person that we all look to for the truth. He should be the pillar, and he should be the absolute icon and pillar of truth. Unfortunately, he is not. But at the same time, he should not be putting stuff out there that is not factually true. Period. Why would he sit there, just go into town, especially during press junkets, the whole nine, and sit there and go, fake news, you're fake news, you're fake news, I hate you all, fake news, you shouldn't even be here, fake news, I hate your face, fake news. And then he goes on to Twitter and puts out fake news. Hell yeah, they should be putting on fact check little icons and stuff like that on his stuff. If it's not true, come on, man, get out of here with this stuff.
And
wow,
I should point out that Twitter marked, just those 2 tweets about mail-in voting, and they said, here's more information on mail-in voting, and they linked to something that showed that there really was no documented proof of widespread voter fraud through mail-in voting. But they did not mark his allusions to the Scarborough conspiracy theory. Scarborough, the woman who died in Florida, her widower had asked Jack Dorsey, please remove these tweets. They're hurtful. They're misinformation. Twitter responded by saying, we're going to leave it up. But I mean, he got called out one time on one thing he said wasn't true. He lies on there constantly. I mean, it's a steady stream of misinformation that he puts out there. And one time he gets called out, and now he's passing an executive order. I mean, aren't Republicans supposed to be anti-regulation? Aren't they supposed to be pro-business, anti-regulation? And now he's coming in and he's saying, oh, we're going to regulate social media because you won't let me lie on there. And this is childish.
See,
it's
but that's
childish.
See what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like there needs to be. That's why this is ridiculous. This is why he thinks he's untouchable when it comes to social media and Twitter. I mean, it's kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, all right, oh, you're going to put a fact check, you're going to fact check my stuff? Well, I'm going to put an executive order so I could put anything I want on Twitter. It's like, come on. Any other person, any other Twitter account, any other even Instagram account, there's other ones that are out there that eventually get flagged, that eventually get hit with stuff, that get stopped, that get suspended, the whole nine, because of them putting out trash, putting out very fake news. I hate saying fake news. I hate using that phrase, but you know what I'm saying. Why would he be the one to contribute? Now, if he was in there putting out news that's actually factual and actually true, then they were automatically slapping him in the face with all those fact check stuff, then I can understand him being frustrated. But if he's putting out stuff that isn't true, then come on, man, what do you expect?
Yeah.
Anyway, I leave the question up to you guys. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Should he be able to put an executive order on Twitter or on social media so he can put out anything he wants? I think no. I think it's an opportunity for him to manipulate things, to make things bend in his direction, especially during this time. Election season we're in election season right now. He's going to try everything he can to win. He's going to try everything he can to go home with that W. And that's one thing that makes me very, very concerned.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.